everyone. Carter Wetzel here, back with a monthly update for Shade Protocol. This is the September 2023 update. The year is flying by as we head towards 2024. And today we got a great agenda. I'm going to walk us through some of our accomplishments in August and September. Then we'll be handing it over to Austin to talk about the state of the secret Ethereum Bridge V2. I'll then have the opportunity to talk about some of the product roadmap items through the end of the year. And then we have the chance to introduce Bree, which is our new head of marketing at Shade Protocol. So super pumped to introduce her and have her integrated into the team. So without further ado, August and September. September was actually probably one of our quieter months. There has been multiple grants that have been given out, and there's a lot of development work that's being kicked off in the background that we haven't been able to reveal yet. So just quietly building. But one of the big accomplishments of August and September was the MetaMask integration as well as OKX wallet integration. We've talked about this at length. A huge part of our user onboarding story is going to be more and more focused on Ethereum. And in order to make that possible, we need users to not have to, have their Ethereum wallet and then have this Kepler wallet and this Leap wallet. Users shouldn't have to have, 2 or 3 wallets to be able to bridge and have a good experience. And with the work Austin did in August and September, I think it's like 20 plus Ethereum wallets. Anything that is, mirrors MetaMask's API works with the Shade Protocol website. So you can look forward to continuing to see us slowly roll out more and more Ethereum wallets to connect to the Shade app to bring that private decentralized finance experience to Ethereum. Another huge one on the board is that Silk and Shade is finally on CoinGecko. For those of you in the community, we suffered for months, and by months I mean July and August felt like molasses trying to get everything reconfigured and fixed on the API side, but we were able to get a new endpoint up. Now you can happily track the prices of those assets, and it's very helpful. I won't lie, I check once or twice a day. It's fun to see it on there. It puts a smile on my face. There was also the Secret Network mainnet upgrade, which was successful this month. On the Shade Protocol side, this means we had to completely redeploy all of our smart contracts to a new testnet, as well as getting a new testnet environment built for front end for the API and whatnot. So we saw good progress there, and that means we'll be able to speed ahead with new product development as per usual. So congrats to the Secret Network team on a successful upgrade. Austin, I'll hand it over to you now to talk about the kind of front end, the state of the front end API, and just kind of give you a chance to talk about the Secret Ethereum Bridge, your vision for that, of why it's so important from your philosophical standpoint, user onboarding standpoint, and yep, the floor is yours.
Thanks a lot, Carter. Yeah, if anyone doesn't know who I am, my name's Austin. I'm the lead front-end developer for Shade Protocol, and as Carter mentioned, we've been doing a lot of work on the Ethereum side of things. Supporting MetaMask and OKX wallet. That was a huge step. We were the first app, I think, in Cosmos to be able to support Ethereum wallets, but we know it's really only the first part of the user story, and there's a lot more to onboarding Ethereum users into an app like ours than just having the wallet. So another thing that on the wallet side of things that's in development, I know that the core Secret Network team has been in communication with other teams that are working on MetaMask snaps. So that's a really important part to the user story, to allow users to be able to see their balances from inside the wallet itself and not just only in our application. So that's pretty important. And we thought about sort of once you have the wallet, to reduce that amount of friction, to not have to force someone to change wallets. What's like the next really big piece of friction to bringing assets in, and that's really your bridging experience. You have to make it so that the users can not only have like the ability to bridge from a technical standpoint, but to feel really good about the process while they're doing it, to feel like it's safe. Because bridging, I mean, it is scary. Like you hear about hacks all the time. It's this process where you send your funds somewhere and they're kind of in limbo, and you're just hoping and praying that they arrive on the other side. Uh, and so we needed to make that process a lot better than it is now currently, honestly, because we know current state isn't great. There are some errors you'll encounter. It's a long waiting period. You just have to sit there and stare at the screen. If something goes wrong, you're like trying to track it down on various block explorers, and it's kind of stressful. So we really took a look at, I guess, the best bridging experience right now for Ethereum, and that would probably be the Axelar bridge itself. So their own UI and how they're tracking things, as well as some of their tooling and block explorers around moving funds between blockchains. We wanted to recreate some of that experience and even maybe improve on it a little bit as we go. So what you can expect from Ethereum Bridge v2 is that there's two really important aspects of it. One, at any given time, you're going to know exactly where your funds are located. So you're going to see each step in the bridging process, because there are a lot of steps involved, from transferring your funds to an account that then goes into Axelar, and then while it's sitting on Axelar and waiting for validators to process those funds, and then making an IBC transfer into Secret. Like each different phase of this multi-step process is going to be tracked. You're going to know exactly where it is. You're going to know the status of those transactions, whether they're loading, whether they're successful. You're going to have links to block explorers so you can see number of block confirmations and everything like that. So you're always going to know at any given time exactly where your funds are, and you're going to know what's happening. So that's a really important aspect of it. The second piece that's super important is that we don't want users to have to sit there and stare at the screen for 15, 20 minutes while they wait. That's just not a good user experience, and you should be able to move around our application. You should be able to close your browser and come back later, and you should still be able to know what's going on. So that's a really important piece of it, is managing the state between sessions, between pages, so that you'll be able to submit a transaction, leave, come back later, and it'll pick up right where it left off and let you know where it's at. And I think that's gonna be really exciting. And we're super close now. We have the onboarding process completely finished, mapped out, perfected, and we're just working with the Axelar team on the bridging process out so that the users can seamlessly go both ways. So yeah, that's a little bit about the ETH v2 bridge, and hopefully I didn't get too far into the weeds, but I'm really excited about it. So
the other really cool feature that we're contemplating, and it might be through IBC hooks, or it might just be through kind of like an off-chain service, but we're going to be looking to auto seed people, either auto seed people with Secret, or have them automatically swap a very tiny part of their ETH into Secret. And so when a user arrives from Ethereum, they don't need to really worry about gas. We don't want a user to come in and then be trapped on an island where it's like, I bridged in, I can't do anything with them, I'm stuck. Now I need to go figure out what this SCRT token is. I somehow have to be able to buy it and also transfer that to Secret Network to my same wallet so I can actually start doing stuff. So it's a huge problem. And so by having this improved Bridge v2 with Ethereum wallet support plus auto seeding, we're going to have a best-in-class experience for first-time users. You will be able to tell your friends, yeah, all you need is ETH to begin start using the Shade app. Yeah, bridge your ETH in. You're ready to go. And it's gonna be awesome. And I think we're gonna see a large uptick in ETH liquidity. And in terms of the Ethereum campaign we'll be running, after I walk through a couple of other roadmap items, Bree will be able to kind of talk about that and some of the plans we have around that. On the product development side, we have D-Shade, which is a liquid staking derivative for the Shade token. Is essentially smart contracts are done, and now we're in the phase of testing the smart contracts extensively to make sure everything's good to go. And so that's what Swenson has been working on, and then there'll be some front end work to get that to the finish line via Austin. But we're feeling quite confident in D-Shade, and I would expect that to get rolled out, optimistically for sure, like in October. If everything goes well, for sure, I think we see D-Shade before the end of October. We also have the Finna card integration, where essentially you'll be able to sign up for a prepaid debit card using Silk, using Shade on the card in the Shade app. And that's a grant that we've given to the Finna team. We're a huge fan of them, and they're making good progress on the mock-ups to be able to. The next steps post mock-ups is to actually add that functionality to the site. So continuing to see really really good progress with Finna. Another one that we leaked on the Twitter Space the other day is a money market. This is probably the coolest grant we've been able to give out in the last half year. It's a huge deal. The opportunity to privately lend and borrow different cryptocurrencies and to add that to the Shade family is going to be a huge deal. So I can't really give any more details, but to say that we're actively working with the team. And it's actually technically an already complete product that has to be refactored on Seeker Network with the privacy. So feeling super optimistic about what that's going to mean for the sustainability of the app as well as the utility for users. So I'll pause there. There's other things I could say, but I think for October this is a solid update. So I'll now hand it over to Bree. Maybe you want to give yourself an introduction. Feel free to give the story of how you got into Web3 and crypto and kind of what your vision is for Shade. You can talk about the Osmosis and Ethereum campaigns, and yeah, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. My name is Bree. I recently joined the Shade Protocol team as the new head of marketing. I'm thrilled to join the team to share a little bit about what initially attracted me to Shade and what I've been learning since joining the team. Let's see. So I've always been a novice crypto user. So this has been much more in depth for me, and it's been a really great learning experience. But one of the main things that drew me to Shade was obviously the focus on privacy and security in the DeFi space. Being new to Web3, it's been so valuable to learn about the private trading, lending, and more all in one awesome app. But yeah, since joining the team, my enthusiasm has only grown and I'm fully bought in. Anytime I get a paycheck, I'm like, Shade, Silk, here I come. Let's just, turn it right back into the company. So definitely all bought in. But it's also the team, the Shade team has been so helpful, patient, very knowledgeable. Every time I have a question, they're more than happy to jump in and tell me more. So, but coming up, I'm excited to share our Ethereum campaign with the recent launch of the MetaMask wallet integration. We are going to be launching the Ethereum campaign through Secret Network early to mid-October. We're starting to tease it now, but the great news is that it's going to be seamless for ETH users to access private DeFi options. And yeah, so I'm super excited to be here, and I will probably be chatting with some of you out there on Discord or Telegram or other social places. So say hi.
Thank you, Bree, for the introduction. And yeah, it's been super cool to see Bree's leadership and kind of overhaul of a lot of our marketing processes and kind of wrangling the entropy. We have some hardcore startup energy, and so Bree's prior experiences and seniority, I would say, is extremely helpful for helping mature the Shade Protocol marketing and distribution story. So anyways, thank you everyone for listening. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Be sure to follow us on Twitter. And if you have any questions, please comment below. We're always happy to reply with the official Shade account to any questions. And hope you guys have a wonderful day. And remember that there's plenty of room in the shade.